Hello, I'm Scott Zier, one of the designers on Global Agenda, and this is the first of a series where we talk about conquest. While Global Agenda offers match-made and team combat very similar to any online shooter, conquest goes far beyond that, offering a persistent world where every mission has meaning. Global Agenda is a player-driven world, and what this means is that you won't be choosing a pre-made NPC faction when you start the game. Rather, player guilds, or what we call agencies, will create their own politics, their own alliances, and it's these player-created groups that will battle for conquest supremacy, capturing territory, building facilities, and manufacturing weapons of war for their players to use. So let's take a look at how this works. The world of Global Agenda is broken up into several combat zones, or hotspots. Each of these zones can be fought over for only a limited number of hours per day. These zone open hours are important, as any gains your alliance makes in a zone when it closes will be there when the zone reopens the next day. This allows players to go to sleep without fear that all of their territory will be lost when they wake up, and it helps create a persistence that would otherwise be lacking. Now, you can fight in as many zones as you like, but alliances will probably focus on zones that correspond to the time that most of their players are online. This is a great time to point out that Global Agenda is a one-world server. Our player base is not split among several shards. A player alliance could, in theory, have hundreds of members from multiple countries, and they could compete in every zone if they chose to. This is the conquest map. Each hex represents a territory, and it's in these territories that you'll build facilities, manage your production, and wage war against other players. All territory is captured and controlled by agencies, and agencies may then choose to join together in an alliance, but each agency in the alliance is still responsible for its own holdings, and should they choose to leave their alliance, they still retain all of the territory that they captured. Here we see the Arc Alliance, which consists of multiple agencies. By joining together in an alliance, they promise not to attack each other, and also they provide a unified protection through lending strike teams and players to each other for defense. Arc Alliance has at their disposal a powerful base, which provides shields around several of their territories. These shields prevent their rivals from attacking directly, and it frees up Arc Alliance's strike teams for attack missions. And so this morning, Arc Alliance is preparing a major offensive to their neighbor in the south, a smaller alliance called Lore. Lore has a very choice territory that contains a rare resource, and Arc Alliance is very eager to get their hands on it. But when the zone opens this morning, Arc Alliance has a very rude surprise. To the east, Creed Alliance has constructed a missile facility along their border, in direct violation of a non-aggression pact. Creed uses this missile facility to launch tactical strikes against the shields protecting Arc's territory, and simultaneously, they launch a surprise invasion consisting of 8 strike teams. This forces Arc Alliance to abandon their morning attack plan, as their own strike teams are now needed to fall back and defend their territory. Strike teams consist of 10 players, plus a dropship and any cargo such as powerful mechs, siege vehicles, explosives, and other items that their agency was able to construct. So between the attackers and defenders, there are now over 160 players involved in this offensive, in separate 10 versus 10 matches. Each strike team is a critical part of the battle, and each may have its own objectives that will help to bring the alliance closer to victory. As a member of a 10-person team, you, as an individual, can have a profound impact on the success of a mission. Teamwork becomes more critical, and the action-based combat system is more about strategy and skill than just pure number rushing. And nowhere is that more true than in this example, where Arc Alliance has one more mission to launch, one very important mission. It sends its very best players, with all the best equipment they have available, to counterattack directly the missile facility that threatens them. If they can succeed in their mission, their shields will again protect their territory, and their teams can go from defending to full retaliation. Imagine you're on that mission. Your actions will directly impact the success of your 10-man strike team, which in turn can change the tide of an engagement involving hundreds of players, which may then affect the political dealings and future of a world involving thousands. That's the essence of conquest and Global Agenda. Fun, action-based combat in a persistent world with a deeper meaning behind the success of each battle.